Hi, we have a short intro today. Yes, so welcome. Everybody's welcome. Welcome. I know I haven't been streaming in a while. I have an excuse, I promise. You will find out why. You will find out very soon. I'll do a live about it. And yeah, so yes, let's watch this. Um, Background story. In LA there are quite few fires going on right now, and then started yesterday. Okay, it started yesterday. So we have let's see, we have the Palisades fire. There's, I think it's a Ellis fire. There's a couple other ones that we're actually going to go over. I have some stuff for you to take a look, a couple of videos that I found on Twitter, which is very devastating. And if you are in LA, please stay safe. Please stay safe. Go away from the fire. Evacuate when you need to evacuate. If you don't need to evacuate, stay home. Do not congest the highways, because for the first responders and for the people who are trying to like actually escape. Okay, so who we got here? Pigeon. Yes, thank you. Okay, Kirsuma, hi, hello, oh, led with love. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, I'm going live today. This is your Zenime here, your friendly little emergency manager, of the neighborhood, right? TF. So you were headed to Malibu. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would just stay out of the highways. Let the people. It's the shirt for me. Okay, so the shirt. This one today, actually, this is Kauai Operation Pono. I had one of my really good friends from Task Force 4. She gave that to me. So this is North Cal Disaster Dogs. It's because they did a mission in Kauai during the fires, and so let's see. It says Task Force 3, 4, 7, and then the back is actually pretty cool too. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, let's get back to this. And we have a red cup for the fires. Okay, everybody, welcome. Let's see. So we have. There are. There. Oh my goodness. I'm. I apologize. Down. Yeah, I apologize because right now I have so many messages coming in that are bombarding me with the different news stations that I should be watching. Okay, so there's some people live in San Francisco right now. There, I have seen some people live during the sheltering. Let's see, we're gonna watch some ABC news as of right now, and I also have. See, I have a police scan or the fire scanner for you guys to listen as well. Let's see. Please stay safe out there. Seriously, like it's do not congest the highways. Do just stay safe. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's not loading. Great. There's always technical difficulties. There's always technical difficulties. Every single time we start a live, there's always something, right? Brendan, welcome, Brendan. There's always something. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this would load. Great. All right, so we're adding this to stage. We'll see. Let me know if you can hear. Let me know if you can hear the sound. So that's another thing. Last night there were really large wind gusts. They were about 90 miles per hour. No audio. Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm just going to share tab by tab, so that way you can have. Yeah, there's no sound. So that way you can have some sound. Let's see, because unmute sound, unmute. And I have a police scanner as well. So first of all, I do want to show this video. This is absolutely devastating. I found this video on Twitter, and so these are two guys. They got trapped with a dog in the house. So warning, if you're sensitive to this kind of content. Um, so they got trapped in the house, and then imagine being in a house and then seeing this right here. It's devastating. And then the thing is, they are safe, as far as I read, whatever I could find on them. But seeing this outside of your house, I'll be putting every single sprinklers, everything, all the water, I'll be spraying down inside. Yeah, it's terrifying. That's absolutely devastating. All right. So you know how we always have little glitches. The computer doesn't want to have me to do anything today. See, that's why we don't stream very often. So many glitches all the time. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's not why we don't stream very often. Yeah, crazy stuff. Welcome, William. It's oh, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. So I was looking at so this is the Palisades fire right now, right? Let's refresh this. I think right now it's 11 acres. 11 acres, 11,000 acres. And red is all evacuation, and yellow will be standby for evacuations, right? Cause is under investigation, but as of last night, there's a rumorville, like I said, rumorville, and as of last night, somebody mentioned that possible fire started in somebody's backyard. And then because of the large gusts of wind, and it just spread it very, very fast. Yeah, that's a massive population area. And this is just one fire because they have multiple fires. And the fact that those multiple fires, there's not enough firefighters. Their firefighters are coming from Northern California and then surrounding areas, whoever they can spare, because there's just not enough equipment, not enough firefighters. Another thing is the water. There is water shortage as of right now as well, and I believe the last thing I read was over 200,000 people got affected by either power outage, water shortage, or evacuation. Okay, let's see. Verminator from. Nice. Well, welcome. And so I found a flight tracker, right? So flight tracker is one of my favorites. I think that's another reason why we're having a little bit of glitches right now is because I have the flight tracker on. So let's take a look at the flight tracker first so I can close it out and then we'll come back to the videos. So one thing that I found really interesting, let's see, LA. So one thing that I found really interesting is there's Canadian firefighters out there with their flight crew. Oh, I've seen it somewhere. Where did Canada go? Canada. Yeah, so they with their flight crew putting out fires, and like for example, we have fire 3 here, and let's see, we got, and then you can see the flight path. This is some helicopters. This is the area. So I would say this is like this, the main area right here. Let's look at the maps. Yeah, that's good. And so I would say like this is one of the main areas. So there's quite a few helicopter activity right here. It's so neat. I love this app. Thank you, Wayne. So you get to see the little flight paths where they go into. Where is Canada? They're let's let's see now. Okay, their airplane is so neat. Okay, so this plane looks like it's a private plane. So they're probably just providing some aerial footage or scoping out any other fires or just been very curious and congesting airspace. So we got LA County. So they are circling. So the majority of the fires over here as well. Let's see. We have it's another one, Sikorsky Firehawk. So that means that they're watching out fire over this area. Whoa, that's a lot of fires. Sierra Middle School in here, Sierra Vista Park. Let's see, we got where's this one? So this one's LA County. We already took a look at this one. Ooh, so this one, who owns this thing? Let's see. Besides to all firefighters, my niece is a smoke jumper. Everyone surrounding states is deploying. That's wow. I give so much props to smoke jumpers. They really just go into the fire. There it is, Canada. Oh no, that's not it. That one's not it, but it's still Canada. But that one wasn't it. There, I just wanted to take a look at their what's this one? Unidentified. Unidentified. So we already seen the Fire 3. No. So it looks like they are coming out from Lancaster. Oh, yes, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay. That one is so neat. So this one's from Canada. So they had some fire crews already flew in from Canada, which is really neat. So these are the jet photos. Let's see. Aircraft, Canada Air. That's so cool. I'm so glad that they're because of the mutual aids and especially like within different countries and everything. It's really interesting how fast they're able to deploy some resources and vice versa, because obviously we'll help out Canada as well. And then we did help in the past. So this one's LAPD. It looks like it's about to ready to take off. And so this is one. Yeah, it's about. All right, so there's another one. Canada, Canada, Canada. That is so neat. I love it. Okay, so this is just passenger jet. So where are you going? So it looks like it just took off. So it's heading, dump some water. What's this one? Anyway, so I really love this app. I think that's what was slowing down my computer, and we can come back to it later. Because I just wanted to watch a couple of videos and see what's the latest and greatest in the news. We can see. Ooh, what is this one? That is so neat. Okay, this one, Cal Fire. Nice. So we have Cal Fire. I like this one. I'm a airplane junkie. I love airplanes. I think they're so interesting. All right, so let's get back to it. Yeah, let me close the flight tracker because that's what was slowing down. Okay. Google is my best friend right now. And then we're gonna do YouTube. Let's check it out. Oh, he could mail his life. Nice. All right, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of Fox, but this one is a local Fox, so we're gonna watch this one. Inquisitive. Like, welcome, welcome. Let's see this one. Hopefully, it's not gonna slow down. Here, let me know if you can hear this. Oh my god. No audio? No audio. Chrome tab. All right, let's check this one out.
Bob, when you say firefighters are saying there is no water, the fire
Audio?
hydrants
Thumbs up, down.
themselves do not have water. Is that what's going on? Because that was the case with Pacific Palisades.
This is the case. Hello. No. I'm with the news. The water inside. Come on.
What are you doing?
Well, I understand, but the neighbors were talking about this, that there was an issue with water in this neighborhood.
What is this guy doing? Why is he arguing?
We're not even from here. We're neighbors trying to take action. Our state has failed us. Our state, and this is a disaster. The strongest state in the union doesn't have the infrastructure to protect these people from burning their homes.
Yes. I was talking to some of the firefighters who come from other parts of the state. He said he's never seen anything like this before. They put up their hoses into the hydrants, and he says there was no water. How is that sensational if this home is going to burn down?
Something about this. I mean,
What?
we've had many
How
years
is this sensational? This
Tons of
home's gonna burn
warnings,
down.
No action, not enough action. That's all it is.
Yeah, I heard you out there. You said, we got to do something. We got to take some action. So you decided to do it.
It's embarrassing that we're just here while others are just standing around and our state is standing around. This has been long coming. What are we doing about it?
Thank you very much. A lot of emotions running here. I'm gonna walk outside that. Thank you very much. A lot of emotions here, but they're doing what they can to protect this house. This is not their own home. I thought it was his own house when he was talking about it here, because he said, I'm just gonna grab something and help out. And the fire chief here was very honest with me. He looked at me. He knew who I was. He said, oh, you're with the news. He says, we have no water. We have no water. And I said, what is that normal? And he said, I've never seen anything like it before. He said he'd never seen anything like it. So I don't know what the problem is with the infrastructure or what had happened with the water here.
Yes,
if it's the same situation as the Palisades when they had run out of water because
this guy just like literally went into somebody's house.
Been drained and they have to replenish those tanks.
Just with
and it hasn't happened yet.
To somebody's house.
Delivery system here, but
did he even get invited there?
This is a home that's on fire, and the fire chief that is here on the scene from another city here in California is telling us he has never seen anything like this, and there is nothing they can do. They're just doing the best they can to try and protect these surrounding homes. The winds, I will tell you right now, they've let up quite a bit. So that is the good news, but it's just surprising. Now seeing finally some help from the skies here. We've got a water drop. Maybe that's going to take place here very shortly. Come move to the side here, Carlos. You can see him over here. He's coming on this side. There he comes. This is from...
Wait, hold on a second. There's a press conference that just happened that missed.
There he is, right on top.
Whoa.
How is that? Just as I said...
Once they start dumping retardant on the houses, you might want to get out of there.
A bit. That maybe it's time that they brought out some of the air assets, and that looks like what had happened here just moments ago. We just saw that airdrop, the first airdrop that I have seen here since we've been out here for a couple of hours, and really a sight for sore eyes for the neighbors here, the residents on the street who said, you heard me talk to the resident before, who said he was here protecting his own own home since 6 o'clock last night until 2 o'clock in the morning, and he didn't see any firefighters up here. So finally, we do have some help here. These are all firefighters
Yeah,
from
because
Wheeler Crest. Again,
they're
that's an
short.
area
They're
near
short of
the Mammoth
firefighters.
Lakes region, and they came here to try and fight that fire. So they have a small little contingent here, but
Well,
they wanted to do their part.
yeah, no
and,
PPE,
the chief
nothing.
here,
He's got no
he says
PPE.
they're just trying to do their best with the equipment, with the tools,
Roberto will
with
have
the
sore eyes.
infrastructure that they
He'll
have
not
here.
just have
So
sore
about
eyes.
an
He'll
hour ago,
gonna lose
Bob,
his
there was
voice soon.
aircraft from.
I hear you, Miss. We're on live TV right now. Is this your home right here? This is your grandmother's home. You finally got a water drop. That must be.
The water drop. There is a water tank around the corner. And they're acting like they can't. She's acting like she can't even move her car. I don't want to be on camera.
Okay.
Oh my
Right.
God.
A lot of intensity here. Obviously, the family home here. She's very
Oh,
upset
why are you here?
about
Why are you
this home
there?
and what she sees as a lot of
Well,
inaction
at least
by
he's providing some news for
the
us, right?
firefighters here, or their inability, at least, to really do something when there's imminent danger to your home. So that water drop helped just a bit. We're just hoping that perhaps another helicopter comes here and helps with the situation, is able to drop yet another water drop on this fire. The hose it's not putting out any water. Hey, Chief, is that water coming from the tender here? The water that we just saw that came out of this hose, is that coming from
I was listening, not reading chat. I thought you said.
There's about 300 gallons there, so all 300 gallons we've already put onto this fire, and so you don't really have anything
Grade
left.
one. Grade one.
300 gallons. You go all day. Okay, thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. He's so they've been rotating the water tender here to try and get more water. He says they've been
Okay, what is the
they've been doing their
location
best
that
here,
he's
but the
at
fire
right now?
continues to burn. Obviously, there's a lot to go here. I'm going to come to the other side so you can see
Wow.
just the other side of this fire. The neighbor's
Happy
home to the other
Wednesday.
side.
Tinkle
She
tits.
said that last night they had lost
15
their garage,
months.
so there were some embers that flew here last night.
Yeah.
And who
Cringe
knows
reporter
where,
for sure.
how this fire had popped up over here and started burning this home.
But Bob, so we saw that aerial drop right over that house, but it made
wonder
the
the
fire die
location
down a
that
little,
he's
but
in
you
right
could see
now.
all the active flames just pop right up. So it didn't do anything.
Right. I mean, you're gonna have to get a continuous water drop or some continuous fire. There, they got this hose on now. Finally, so he's got 300 gallons in this tender. He said that they just brought out here right now. How long could that last? And that is that really enough to put it out? Again, I don't think necessarily they'd like to put it out because putting this fire out would protect the nearby homes. And
They like to put it out because they put it in fire
right now
out.
is just to
You know,
protect the
this
homes
just makes sense,
on
right?
either side. You heard that woman with some
my God.
intensity here saying that this was
Cringe
her
reporter.
grandmother's home, and that they've lived here for quite some time. So to see that their home in this imminent danger has got to be so worrisome for that family. Down the street, it doesn't look like there were many homes that were damaged at all. So it's interesting that these spot fires really just went and picked and chose which home was going to be the next target. And right now, even without the winds, we're still looking at some homes that are still burning on fire.
Also, you understand people are very emotional and frustrated, and they don't have much patience right now. I give you, and I think you're with Carlos, right? A lot of credit for being out there. It's tough to be there and to ask the questions when they're in the middle of a very dire situation. So thanks, you guys, for the work you're doing.
Sure.
Yeah, part of the job is to talk to people on their very worst day, and that's what you're seeing right there. And of course, emotions are high, frustrations high. Who knows where the anger should be directed, because it does look like fire officials are trying to do the right thing, but the infrastructure may not be there. Those are questions and conversations that are going to be had later on after this is all done with. But clearly there is a problem when the resources aren't available. So certainly big questions to be answered much later. Let's check in with Christy Fajardo there on the scene as well.
Where is she located?
Christy, what is happening at your location?
What's up with
Well,
her eyebrow?
unlike where Bobby is, instead
What's
of
going on
neighbors
with her
fighting the fire, we
eyebrow?
actually have firefighters. There were
It's.
three
I think
fire
her
engines.
goggles are
Now we're
just like
down to
lifting her
two. I
eyebrow up.
did want to ask the battalion chief about the water situation. They're using a truck right now. That is what is
10%.
fueling
I
that
know.
hose.
I know.
And when you
Yeah.
came out to me the last time, this house was fully engulfed. Since then, we
Yeah,
heard
this is so
a lot of
sad.
loud booms and then the buckling of the roof with those tiles coming down. You also saw that tree that was on fire.
That
And
is
walk with me because I want to
devastating.
show you the devastation. We are actually on Moringa Avenue. We're directly across from the cemetery, but multiple homes
Well, thank you,
on this
Inquisitive.
street
Thanks for
have
stopping by.
burned. And even the house that's burning now, that is currently being doused, firefighters know that it is a total loss. So they
I
are
want to see her eyebrow
trying to put
again.
out those flames to spare other homes down the street from a similar fate. But it's just sadly one house after the other that is completely leveled. And it is a very surreal feeling being here because there's evidence all around of just how much and how powerful those winds were. We're seeing branches. I saw multiple trees that were toppled as I was
I
coming
wonder
in
the
here.
location where
And
she's at.
even now, there's palm fronds all over the roadway. And now it's very still. We're not seeing that wind. We're not feeling that wind. But we hear a lot about containment, and people have come up to us and asked us what the containment is. But when you have the Santa
Moringa.
Ana winds, the containment is
Google,
really
bro.
meaningless because what that means is that they've built
Google, bro.
fire lines, fire breaks around the fire. But when you have Santa Ana wind conditions, and I've witnessed this personally, I've seen a fire jump a 16-lane highway. There's no stopping it. So firefighters try to put their resources into saving lives, and now they're also trying to save properties on this street. And if we pan over
Hit
there, it
that
looks
like
like there
button,
might
by the
be
way.
other homes that also were leveled on the street over from us. So very devastating sight that we're seeing here.
There are
older, very
213 people
charming
on Twitter
homes.
right now
They
watching
have
this
stucco
live.
exteriors and tile
You can always come back to
roofs, and
YouTube and
so
hit
you
that
would
like
expect
button.
that that would give it some measure of protection. But what we see time and time again also is that when you get flying embers and they get under the eaves, into the eaves of homes and into the attic, there's no stopping it. And I've watched firefighters, even with very specialized equipment, having to rip off rooftops or rip down beams and so forth to try to get to the root of the fire, and they struggle. So we hear people who want to protect their homes with the garden hose. If that's when those conditions, it's not likely to be effective. And we do hear stories where people say, we saved our home, but that was likely because they did not get into the eaves. And I don't know what this was
Yes,
like when all of
yes.
these homes
So
were burning.
highly recommend
As I
to wear
mentioned,
any kind of mask
we are
that you have.
witnessing the
So
other
start
house
breaking out
down from us
those
burning, and there are no neighbors
COVID-19
around.
masks.
We are, however, seeing people walking down the street and even cars coming
Oh,
through,
Google bra.
which
I want to see Google
surprised me
bra.
to see. You'll see one going by now, which indicates that there are many people in this neighborhood who did not evacuate and are leaving
Okay,
now.
we'll hit that like button from
So,
South Carolina.
um,
Welcome, welcome,
The
Clyde.
roadblock is maybe about 2 blocks down from us. So very strange to see this. You have people's homes burning and 2 blocks away from us. Life is
Google
going
bro.
on as
Google
normal.
bro. I
Let's
can't
send it
take
back
her
to you.
serious. I don't know. This is devastating. It's just like that
All
Google
right.
bra is
Thank you so much, Christy. Let's get an update from Star, who could tell us how the winds are shifting
nobody told
and
her?
what we can expect.
Yeah, so well, one of the things
Nobody
that we've
told her
been
about the
continuing to
Google bra?
talk about are, the potential not just for the spread, but also for the growth of these fires. And, this is something that we're seeing with all of our live shots with our reporters out in each location of these fires. And so that's going to be one of the dangers there. You're taking a look at the winds, the current sustained winds moving across the area right now. And we do still have a good portion of the area where numbers are definitely kicking up in the double digits. We have
So
gusts that are bursting, especially
I
across
do
those
want to
contoured
watch this
areas. And
press
we are
conference.
talking
I know it was like
anywhere from,
the press conference was about 3 hours ago, but I do want to watch that one. Let's see. Here, where's my mouse? Okay, so this one is from NBC News. So this one is from NBC News and screen. So they'll be talk. I'll speed it up so we don't have to so we don't have to listen to the whole 30 minutes of it. Let's play.
In California, where Los Angeles County and city officials are about to update on those devastating out-of-control wildfires, at least 3 tearing through densely populated areas of LA. The numbers are astounding. 80,000 people are already under mandatory evacuation orders, and those fast-moving fires are still 0% contained. Videos and our live cameras showing the fires burning down entire neighborhoods. This unfolding disaster is a result of 3 fires fueled by incredibly strong winds, burning through nearly 5,000 acres, including 3,000 from the Palisades fire alone. 19 million people are at risk of fire danger right now in Southern California, stretching all the way down to the border. Let's join that news conference now in Los Angeles.
Chief Maroney, as well as Chief Crowley, for the work that they are doing to make sure that our first responders have all the resources necessary. Chief Maroney.
19 million.
So good morning. Thank you, Supervisor Barger. My name is Anthony Maroney. I am the County of Los Angeles Fire Chief, and I'm also the Region 1 Coordinator for Fire and Rescue Resources. I'm going to be giving an update on the Palisades fire in addition to the Eaton fire, although I am aware that we have 4 large fires burning in LA County at this time. The Palisades fire is located in both LA City and LA County. We are in unified command with the City of Los Angeles Fire Department, in addition to CAL FIRE. We have well over 5,000 acres that have burned, and the fire is growing. We have no percentage of containment. We have an estimated 1,000 structures destroyed, and also no reported fatalities, and a high number of significant injuries to residents who did not evacuate, in addition to first responders who are on the fire line. We have over 1,000 personnel assigned, and the cause of the fire is unknown. However, it is under investigation. For the Eaton fire, it is located in both the Angeles National Forest, the Altadena area of LA County, and Pasadena. LA County is in unified command with both the Angeles National Forest and the Pasadena Fire Department. We have over 2,000 acres burning at this time, and the fire continues to grow with 0% containment. We have over 500 personnel assigned, and unfortunately, we have 2 reported fatalities to civilians. Unknown cause at this time, and we do have a number of significant injuries. We have over 100 structures destroyed, and the cause of the fire is unknown and under investigation. I will ask that LA City Fire Chief Kristen Crowley update you on the Hearst fire after I am finished with my remarks. The LA County Fire Department operational area consists of 29 separate fire departments in LA County,
that this is
and all of those fire departments are at drawdown with no fire apparatus or additional personnel to spare. As the Region 1 Coordinator, I have requested mutual aid from the 5 counties of Orange, Los Angeles, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis Obispo counties. Additionally, last night, I contacted the State Office of Emergency Services and requested 50 engine strike teams. 50 engine strike teams is composed of 250 fire engines and over 1,000 personnel. We have also requested resources from out of state, as well as Northern California. Thank you to the first responders from Nevada, Oregon, and Washington State that are already on the road coming to LA County to assist. Lastly, the National Weather Service has predicted a continued red flag weather event with strong winds and low humidities, placing all residents of Los Angeles County in danger. To all of our viewers, please prioritize your safety as well as the well-being of those around you as we come together to continue to get through this widespread disaster. Los Angeles County firefighters will remain on the front line until we reach full containment. And we ask that you keep all of Los Angeles County in your thoughts and prayers. I would now like to invite up Los Angeles City Fire Chief Kristen Crowley to give her briefing. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kristen Crowley, Los Angeles City Fire Department, Fire Chief. I'd like to start with just a moment, if we could, of gratitude. A moment of gratitude for our first responders, our boots on the ground that are battling this intense and multiple jurisdiction and number of fires. So gratitude to those who are doing the work since yesterday through the night. And like Chief Maroney said, we're going to continue to work hard to ensure that we save people, lives, and property. With that, I'll be touching on a couple major points. With the Pacific Palisades fire, we know that it continues to demand a significant amount of resources and attention. A second major brush fire, now referred to as the Hearst fire, has erupted in the Sylmar area of Los Angeles. Now, together, these fires are stretching the capacity of emergency services to their maximum limits. The Los Angeles City Fire Department is battling these two major fires while also maintaining, I want to focus on this as well, 911 services for the city's approximate 4 million residents. Now, despite the severity of the conditions, our department remains fully committed to safeguarding lives and property. Next, I want to focus on what we've done over the last 24 hours. And with that, even within the city of Los Angeles, with these two major brush fires, our department has responded to 3,624 911 calls for service. And to put that in perspective, our average is just under 1,500 calls in a 24-hour period.
Oh my God.
Over the last 24 hours, we've also responded to an additional 32 structure fires within the city. We've treated and transported an extensive number of medical emergencies, well extending our normal 650 transports to the local hospitals. When it comes to the Pacific Palisades fire, as Chief Maroney had said, this is over 3,000 acres at this point and continues to grow. We will confirm the exact acreage later, so we'll make sure that we also communicate that to the community and to the media. Last night, as of 1930 hours, all aircrafts were grounded due to the high winds. Aircraft are continued to be able to resume their water drops and acreage mapping today when the weather allows us to do so. A total of 3,398 civilians and 15,105 structures are in the evacuation zone. And again, the evacuation zones are the following: north of PCH, west of Kenter Avenue and San Vicente Boulevard, south of Mulholland Drive, and east of Topanga Canyon Boulevard. There are multiple evacuation centers, which are supported by the American Red Cross. Injuries. Of course, there's a lot of interest in injuries. We have several firefighters and civilian injuries that have been reported, and all patients have been treated and transported to the local hospitals. Damage assessments. Chief Maroney did speak about a specific number. We are still vetting that through on the city side, so more information to come, and we will message that as soon as we can validate that.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Approximately 400 LAFD firefighters have been deployed to the Palisades fire.
I'm in Northern California.
Many hundreds of law enforcement officers, our partner agency responders, and public works members engaged in supporting our overall operations. We are going to be transitioning to CAL FIRE this morning to manage this incident at 0800 hours. Next, I'd like to talk briefly about our Hearst fire, which is located in Sylmar. Last night at approximately 10:10 p.m., the fire erupted in the Sylmar area of Los Angeles, adjacent to the Los Angeles National Forest. The fire has rapidly expanded to over 500 acres, prompting the emergency evacuation of more than 3,000 residents. This fire is burning within the footprint of the historic Saddle Ridge fire. Now, despite the extreme winds and significant risks, and that's what we're going to be talking about from today and probably throughout the next few days, there's always that significant risk of life and property, and we'll continue to focus on saving lives and protecting property. The exact anchorage at this point will be confirmed later, and we'll make sure that we communicate that to you as well. Lastly, we want to make sure that everybody understands we are absolutely not out of danger yet. With the strong winds that continue to push through the city and the county today, I would tell you, and we are all committed to our first responders, our firefighters will remain focused on protecting lives and property. The LAFD is extremely proud to stand with all of the entities behind me. Our top priority will continue to be life safety, ensuring that safe evacuation and the rescues of our residents that are in harm's way. It will continue to be our primary focus in this wind-driven fire event as it continues. Thank you for your cooperation, your support, and your vigilance. And today, we will continue to stand with our partners to protect everyone. Next up, I would like to introduce Sheriff Luna. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Next up. Oh, we moved it. Okay.
Yes, we're just moving around, having LA Unified Superintendent Alberto Carvalho, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chair Barger, county and city leadership, in addition to the leadership of our first responders and our great community for the very, very important work you continue to do to protect our community, protect the assets, and first and foremost, the health and well-being and lives of members of our community. Los Angeles Unified is the second largest school district in the nation, representing the interests of 540,000 students and 75,000 committed employees. We make decisions regarding closure of schools in a very methodical and science-driven manner.
We'll open that one.
So after a great deal of consultation overnight with experts looking at the data and considering the fact that air quality conditions deteriorated significantly overnight, we have made the decision to shut down a number of schools, particularly in the eastern part of our school system. I will define what those boundaries are. School communities, beginning with leadership, workforce, and families have been informed about these areas. And as of now, those schools within the boundaries of the area that I will define are closed. This accounts for about 10% of our total schools in our district, about 100 schools out of 1,000 schools.
Oh my goodness.
The areas that I'm speaking about are schools located north of Manchester Boulevard, Firestone Boulevard, east of 10th Avenue, west of I-710, and south of Highway 134. Any school within that area, and that accounts again for the eastern part of our district, where the air quality met or exceeded levels that are not appropriate for employees or students to be around, are effectively shut down. We will be making decisions about what will happen in those schools going into tomorrow by 4 p.m. today based on the evolution conditions. In fact, since we made the decision to shut down those schools, air quality conditions have improved significantly, despite the fact that they worsened significantly overnight. I want to speak specifically about schools surrounding the Palisades area. As of last night, we had to shut down 5 schools as a result of mandatory evacuation conditions. Those were Kinter Canyon Elementary School, Canyon Elementary School, Marquez Elementary School, Palisades Charter Elementary School, Revere Middle School, and Topanga Elementary School, in addition to Palisades High Charter High School.
Most water for
We have reports that Palisades High sustained significant damage as a result of the fire. We are working with state and federal entities to quickly access resources to address the issues facing this community. I want to very briefly address our workforce.
Yeah,
we know today is not going to be a perfect day.
Most likely will
a number of schools are shut down.
Amounts of water as well.
However, localized conditions may make it difficult for our workforce or parents and students to access schools. Air quality conditions may vary, and in fact may not necessarily be appropriate beyond the area where we close schools. Please use your discretion. We will utilize grace and be flexible regarding attendance and for students and employees alike. Specifically, students and employees who face chronic respiratory conditions or other health issues. We will be flexible regarding these individuals. We will provide additional updates later on today regarding conditions of schools going into tomorrow. For the schools that are open, recognizing the workforce needs of the parents of our children. Beyond the bell activities, care for children in those schools will continue to be provided today. Today is not a typical day. We need flexibility, patience, and grace, and we shall extend that to our workforce and certainly our parents and students in our community. Once again, our hearts go out to those who have been impacted, and our eternal gratitude to the first responders of our community for the fantastic, difficult work they've done over the past 24 hours. Thank you very much.
The free sandwich. Hi, free sandwich.
Morning. A lot of information to pass on, but please know this. This is a very difficult and challenging situation, but we're surrounded here by people who really care. And we're going to get through this together. That means with all of you as partners in our community. Our top priority continues to be the safety and well-being of our impacted residents, first responders, and all of the individuals involved. But understand that this is a very fluid situation, specifically in the Altadena area, and a lot of our personnel, our deputy personnel, are involved in life-saving measures as we speak now. We are working very closely with local, state, and federal agencies to provide necessary resources and support. We have been in constant communication with both our fire and law enforcement partners across LA County and beyond to ensure that all available resources that are needed are being deployed strategically and effectively, but we are prioritizing life over everything else. There are over several hundred sheriff department personnel working around the clock to evacuate residents in danger, assist with road closures, and respond to multiple missions that are given to us, and they do change periodically depending on that life mission. To ensure that everyone is going to be safe or safe as possible, additional personnel will likely be assigned to this fire as this continues to go. And you heard from our fire partners that there is no containment yet. I do want to split it up into two. I want to start talking about the Eaton fire first. Currently, there are evacuation orders in Pasadena, Altadena, and Sierra Madre. Evacuation orders, there are approximately 32,500 residents under evacuation orders and approximately 13,186 structures that we deem at risk, and that could grow. Evacuation warnings, approximately 38,600 residents are under evacuation warnings and approximately 14,342 structures are at risk.
Jeez.
At 4 a.m. this morning, the evacuation orders did expand to parts of the city of Duarte, Monrovia, and La Cañada. And again, we continue to assess that. That's evolving. That's going to change. So I encourage you to consistently pay attention to all sources of information so you're ready to go when you are given that order, if that does come. As information's changing, even as I was driving up here, even as I'm walking up to this podium, I'm getting messages about several of our employees who have lost their homes in the last several hours. I don't know how many because we are still gathering that information, but like we all live here in Los Angeles County, so we are impacted. So we're going to make sure that within our department, we're wrapping our arms around our employees just like we do with community members. Again, as I was coming up here, I did find out that we did have 2 fatalities in this area. I don't have any specifics. There is a lot of damage out there. We're still in the process of doing these assessments, trying to still save lives. So this information is going to change. The Altadena Sheriff Station itself was evacuated, and it was at least limited on fire. There was some fire at the Altadena Station, but we did have to clear out all of our employees out of there. I'm hearing some miraculous stories, and they're just barely coming in, of our deputies who were trying to evacuate the Altadena Station, and then residents were running up from different locations around there asking them for assistance in getting them out of their structures. And from what I understand, they were barely able to get people out before these structures started burning. There's just heroic stories of what our deputies are doing out there from last night and this morning. I want to make sure people know deputies are working to assist residents who are evacuating and continuing to make evacuation notices as we're speaking. They are securing areas that are evacuated. And it's always sad when I have to say this, but part of our responsibility is to make sure that no one loots or steals from our residents, our community members who are already being impacted. And I'm sad to report we made 2 arrests this morning for looting already. So if you are thinking about coming into any of these areas to steal from our residents, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be caught, you're going to be arrested, and you're going to be prosecuted. Don't do that. Stay out of these areas. It's only for emergency workers and people who live there. We are at this point unable to clearly determine the extent of damage at this point because the conditions are rapidly evolving and the destruction needs to be assessed as the daylight hours have come forward. I do know that I've lost at least 1 sheriff's black and white to a fire. Thank God that the deputy is okay. But deputies continue to be on patrol throughout the road closure areas to ensure evacuation areas remain closed to the public. All schools in the Pasadena Unified School District are closed. There is a road closure at Altadena Drive from Allen to New York Drive. For those in need of shelter, please head to the Pasadena Convention Center located at 300 East Green Street in the city of Pasadena. And we're working with them in Unified Command and in partnership as well. For animals, there are established shelters at Large Animal Shelter Rose Bowl Stadium at 1001 Rose Bowl Drive in Pasadena. Small Animal Shelter Pasadena Humane Society at 361 South Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. I'm going to switch gears now to the Palisades fire that we've been heavily involved in with our partners, again, with LAPD and LA City Fire and everyone else that's up there working. As of this morning, the fire was still burning in that area. That's impacting our residents. Evacuations are in effect, continuously in effect for the city of Calabasas, the city of Malibu, Los Angeles City, Pacific Palisades, and unincorporated area of Los Angeles County and Topanga Canyon. Evacuation orders are approximately 37,000 residents under evacuation orders and approximately 15,000 structures at risk. Again, that's specifically for the Palisades fire. Evacuation warnings, approximately 20,000 residents are under evacuation warnings and approximately 6,500 structures are at risk. There have been minor injuries and our partners at the fire department have talked about those and several, unfortunately, structures that have been lost and we're still assessing those. Bear with me, I'm almost there. There's a lot of information, very important information. There are several road closures which can change rapidly. The 10 freeway at Lincoln Boulevard, southbound PCH at Las Flores Canyon, southbound PCH at Topanga.
All right, we have been monitoring a news conference underway in Los Angeles describing.
All right, so let's see this. Okay, so I have So we have Olivas Fire, Palisades Fire, Woodley Fire, Hurst Fire, Eaton Fire. I'll share this with you. Yeah, that's nuts. I can't.
Being the impact, what authorities know so far about the various fires burning in southern.
Pause it. Okay, so we have video file. Stop sharing screen. Present. Okay, I think I need to start learning how to use the other software because we're gonna eventually get away from StreamYard because I feel like lately StreamYard's been pretty slow, unfortunately. Okay, so speaking of propaganda, because I've been hearing it's like, oh, the insurance companies pulled out of LA, the fire insurance pulled out of LA and everything else. So it's just like what happened in Maui. It's come on, people. There's a reason. Yes, some insurance companies did pull out from California because of the fires, and then there are large fires. But there's so many conspiracy theories out there. Hazy, where's Hazy? Hazy, husband. I don't know. He's Hazy over there. Love your glasses. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so StreamYard keeps up in their cost too. Yeah, they do. Oh my god, there's $700 for the year. It's ridiculous. So, anyways, we're gonna eventually go away from StreamYard, and I'm gonna utilize the other software, and I really need to sit down and like learn it. All right, so let's see. Check this out. Yeah, free sandwich. Okay, so we have Eaton Fire right now is at 10,000 acres. Hurst Fire, 505 acres. Palisades Fire at 15,000 acres. And Olivas Fire at 11. So this one is south of Ventura. And this is from fire.ca.gov website. So obviously they saying 0 structures destroyed, but it's because they're still doing their assessments, and I'm sure this one hasn't been updated in a while. So Palisades Fire, 0 contained, all of this 0 containment. Oh my goodness. I don't want a seasonal outlook. Sometimes they will have information where, so this is Palisades Fire. Sometimes they'll have information where like the evacuations are going to. So evacuation zones. There you go. Evacuation shelters. Palisades Fire public information line. Evacuation centers are being established. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it as a comment. There you go. So these are some of the evacuation shelters for the fires. So we have some public information phone number, media line phone number, evacuation centers are being established, and I posted up some addresses. Okay, we're gonna have to do it on multiple things. So if you go back into the comments, you can actually see some addresses. I'll post it in a description later too. Okay, El Camino Real Charter High School. This is nuts. And the thing is like traffic jam. Oh, speaking of traffic jam, let's look at the map. Let's see. LA map. Let's see if they got some traffic going on. Traffic map. Nuts. There you go. Let's see. Los Angeles. Okay, so they have already posted where the fires are located here. So you got Palisade Fire. Whoa. All of these closures right here. I'm sure the highways are jam-packed right now. So if you're not in evacuation area, Just stay put, stay at home. Don't get onto the roads right now. Don't be streaming, because you see that? So Hearst fire. What's going on over here? There's this huge traffic jam. Oh, I think I was hearing somebody there left a whole bunch of cars. Let's see, was watching if they bulldoze cars off the road yesterday. Yeah, I saw that as well. That was nuts. Okay. I think this is the road where they actually left some of the cars on the road. This is Hearst fire. So we got Eden fire. All right, so all of these closures. Oh my goodness, so many residents. So when I was actually getting activated for the fires back a few years back. Anyways, and one of the fires that the most devastation I've seen was in Paradise, or not Paradise. Well, yeah, Paradise is the whole town got burned down. I haven't actually seen the devastation there, but it was the coffee park in Santa Rosa that I believe it was 2017. That was devastating because actually just driving through the town after the fire went through, seeing all this leveled houses and cars are just melted, all the tires melted. It was nuts. Let's see, is that a reservoir? Maybe they can refill the fire trucks with it. Could be. Travel bug is here. Welcome. Okay. Hey, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, TF. Seriously. Oh, you were near that. Oh, that's crazy. So I don't know. You mentioned the reservoir. I'm sure they're already utilizing reservoirs and everything. This one. What is this? It's a lake. So the way they get the water into helicopters or the airplanes is they go to the nearest reservoirs, the nearest lakes, and then that's how they fill it up from there. And Palisades fire. Let's see. Ooh, what are these closures right here? So it looks like there's road closure, Terminal Island Freeway. I'm sure they're doing some construction over there or something. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic. Well, LA is known for its traffic, but this is nuts. All of these fires. All of that fire inhalation. So yes, wear mask. Mask is your best friend as of right now. We would get cleared out of work each day by the fire department if fire got closer. Yeah. Then eventually we weren't allowed to work anymore. It was too close. I would just go go home. All right, so we have 218 people actually watching this live stream, or actually 228 people watching the live stream. Amazing. You guys are fantastic. So if you're on any other app, just come to YouTube. Hit that like button. So we can provide more content. More content is great. Let's check out. So there's this. Okay, I'll keep this tab open later time. But so there is these. Okay, so there's this video. It's live webcam of what's happening in LA right now. Somebody sent it to me and I want to share this. Let's check out what live webcam can provide for us right now. So we see smoke. Oh crap, that's a lot of smoke. That's a lot of smoke. Surfersview.com. Oh boy. That's gonna be so much smoke. Oh, let's look at the air quality. Yes, that's what we're gonna take a look at next. Let me find a video to watch, and then I'll find like an air quality and see like what we can do. All right, let's see this guy. This guy's talking. All right, we're gonna go back to this one. That's a lot of smoke. That's crazy. It was away for a while back again. Thank you for coverage. Gonna need a lot of inhalers done. Yes, a lot of inhalers. That's why I wear a mask. If you drive a Tesla, there's a biohazard little sign on the Tesla that you can hit, and then it's gonna prevent from all that smoke's going into your car. I know it's one of the pretty cool features on the Tesla. Okay. But yeah, that's crazy. That's a live cam. So this one is a live cam. I keep forgetting where my mouse is at. Oh, it's right here. You know what? I think next time around I'm gonna have to get myself a PC so I can stream better, provide more content for you. Provide more content. More content. That was so funny. This lady that we were, PC. Yeah, I need a PC. This is a gaming laptop. It's pretty cool, but I think I'm gonna ask Wayne maybe to build me a PC. That's what it is. All right, share audio. So this one is. All right, this is live.
Just destroyed by Mother Nature and the flames that have erupted. And then just to hear from LA County Fire Chief Maroney today, basically said even if all hands on deck of all of Southern California crews were fighting these fires, it wouldn't be enough, which is why we're seeing fire crews from out of state, from Northern California, coming to our aid, thank goodness. And one of the highlights that I've seen today in our coverage is finally being able to see the helicopters and the water drops, because of course we didn't see a lot of that yesterday.
I love my Tesla.
In all of their glory and capability.
I love my Tesla as well.
1,600 gallons of water yesterday in the Palisades fire, but that
obviously
didn't do a whole lot, and they weren't out for long, and they were grounded overnight. So to see air
okay, so
today,
would it smell good though? Because the food mart is burning, so all that meat is getting toasted over there.
This started just sort of on one corner of it when we came to Christie, and now it looks like it's completely engulfed. And obviously, big concerns, because Christie reporting that when they pulled up, the hose size wasn't right for the fire extinguisher. And one of the
Kettlebug, are you in LA?
The water pressure
are you in LA right
so
now?
They had to sort of get it. I believe it was they got a new engine to get there with a bigger hose size, and now we're seeing that the water should be dousing this fight soon.
Get masks. Break out all of your.
I don't know what happened with that fire engine. We did see them trying to hook up.
Yeah, that's going to smell foul for sure.
When I was showing you
because it's mixed in with all the chemicals and everything within the building, all this plastic and.
Water, wasn't able to follow up with them. We are seeing another engine here, but right now no one is battling these flames. And also,
they're not going to battle these flames. They're just going to move on to whatever they can save. This one is a gunner. So they need to go help out residential areas. So yeah, this is a goner.
Still standing. I know many have used Ring Video, but when you have power outages, that often no longer works unless it's battery powered. So we are hoping to drive around. We do have a dash camera on our live van, so we're hoping to drive around so we can show people the streets and what it looks like, and hopefully get some answers for some of those neighbors that are now, those homeowners that are
water. Oh, they're filling it up right now.
That's a public service. Hopefully we can do a little bit later on. And part of the good news today, this afternoon, is that the winds are expected to get a little better than they were yesterday. And so hopefully we can start to move from the worst of this thing to trying to get a hold on this a little bit and get some containment on these fires. Haley Winslow joining us now from Altadena, and she's got a resident there with her. Haley.
Is that an eyebrow
He's a
girl?
desperate
No.
resident. Yeah, he just ran up to me right after
Watch
we
out
were
for
on a few
traffic.
minutes ago. He said,
Yeah.
please, please, please help me.
Okay,
Chris,
so
tell
you're
us what's
not in
going
LA.
on.
Good, good.
I was told that my house burned down.
I sent you
I
the link.
drove up. I
California
needed
Fire
to see it.
Department,
I wanted to get some
transportation,
clothes for my
highway
son.
camps,
The
obviously.
entire neighborhood is
Wildfire
burnt down,
working
but
in the
somehow
LA
my house
area,
does
but
not even have a
surrounding areas
scratch.
are.
There's no fire
Thank
damage.
you.
I
Thank
went
you.
in, but the house next to mine is still on fire. So I'm going around begging anybody to come put out that fire to protect my home.
Because there's no water.
There's no water pressure. I tried to turn on the water myself. I would have tried to put it out, but I have no water pressure, so I have no way of putting it
So
out.
you and your wife are just trying to go get bottled water? What?
Yeah, so my wife went to get bottled water. I'm going to meet her down the hill, and we're just going to try and throw bottled water on it, but I don't know if that's going to work.
That's
You need
not
a lot
gonna
more
work.
than that. And so the
That's not.
firefighters said
Yeah,
that
you're gonna need a
you're
lot more
basically
than
not on
just
the
a
list right
bottle of
now?
water.
They said they had a list of places to go. They're spread thin. I understand. I really understand.
Yeah, I know, but so you're just begging
Kill
somebody
guns.
if anybody's got water and can help.
Thanks,
About a
Kusuma.
mile
I
down
got
the
the
road from
link.
here. Tell us your address.
Ooh,
I'm at
yes, yes,
615
perfect.
East Los Flores
And
Drive,
we'll
Altadena,
scope
California,
around through that
91001.
after this.
I'm begging anyone to help put out this fire.
Thank
So
you.
he's got fire basically all around his house, and somehow there's no damage to his house yet, but it's only a matter of time, and there's literally no water to be able to fight it himself.
Correct.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Help. Please help.
Yeah.
I mean, from
Yeah,
based on the size of
anybody.
the fire to the east of my house, it probably will take
Oh,
5 to 10 minutes
no.
for a hose to put it out. That's it. 5 to 10 minutes. Then you can go to
It's
the
gonna
next place.
be.
And Chris Anderson, just so you guys understand, his uncle's
It's gonna
house
be a
burned
lot more
down, his
casualties
mother's house burned down
than
today.
just
He
two
used to live in
people.
Pasadena. He moved to Altadena to be
Yep.
closer to them, and now this is what he's dealing with. This is what all of the residents are dealing with. And tell me about your family, what they're going through too, to wake up to their house gone.
I couldn't even tell my youngest son that the house was burned down when they told me it burned
April
down.
O'Neil
Because he
jackets.
was already
They
worried, he
have
was
to.
already
They
crying.
have to
When I
wear those
told my
jackets.
oldest
Well,
son that it was
they
burned
are
down, he's
fire
20 years
retardant
old, he started crying.
jackets,
So
I believe, and
to
then
find
plus
out
it's
that my
yellow,
house
so
is
that
still
way
standing, I
it's
immediately told
easy.
them they are
It's
so
more. It's
overjoyed.
visible.
I would hate
That's what I was
to
trying to
have told
say.
them that only to come back tomorrow and now it's burned down because I couldn't get a
Started
little
burn
help.
through
What's
trailer
this like
park
for you
and
and your neighbors? I can't imagine
Altadena
the stress
something. Gonna
level that
find
you're.
more. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're definitely. Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
oh, he's emotional.
It's terrifying. It is really terrible. Even before they
Oh
put out
my
the evacuation
goodness.
notice for
Well,
my
I'm
neighborhood,
emotional.
my mom's had 3 strokes. I called my brother and his sister and my sister-in-law and told
Poor
them to get my
guy.
mom out of there. And I started packing
Can we
even
help that
before they
guy?
gave the official evacuation notice for my house. Because I've been through
Yeah,
this.
hugs,
I've
brother.
lived in
Hugs.
Altadena before. I know with the wind and the
Hugs.
fire, it was coming. It was just a
Virtual
matter of
hugs.
time.
Chris, what was that moment like when you had to pack and figure out what to bring, and you're looking around and you're, you knowing that your uncle and your mom's house
Okay, I'm gonna be right
already
back.
burned down?
I
Take me
got
to
I
that moment
gotta get
when
some
you're
food
looking
in me
around.
really
You're
fast.
terrified.
Lunchtime. So,
You
but
just
we're gonna
assume you're about to
stick
lose
around here
everything.
for like a couple more
I
hours
mean,
to
that's
see
all you can
what
think
else we
about
can find,
is the house that your
and
kids
then
grew up in is
see
about to
just
burn
browse
down,
around
and your
and stuff.
kids
So
are scared,
I
and
don't
you
know how
just want
he's
to
still
protect that for your
standing. I
kids,
don't know.
for your family.
But
And
anyways, keep
that's what
watching
I was
this. I'll be
trying to
back.
do, and that's what I'm still trying to do because the house has no fire damage. I need someone just to put out that small fire next to it to make sure it stays that way.
And again, the address is 615.
615 East Los Flores Drive.
Just about a mile away from here on Christmas Tree Lane on Alameda and Santa Rosa. And you're obviously familiar with this area. What does this neighborhood mean to you?
This neighborhood means a lot. My uncle used to own a house right at the end of Christmas Tree Lane on the west side before he moved up to the house that burned down, unfortunately, on Loma Alta Drive last night.
It's a historical landmark. It's unbelievable. I mean, my stomach's in knots. I can't imagine how you're feeling.
It's horrible. I hope I can get some help. To know that my house is standing and then I might lose it because I just couldn't get help, that will even be more painful than it being gone last night.
So again, I mean, I know that, LAFD was asking only firefighters yesterday that are, with the force, but maybe off duty to help. But maybe if there's somebody out there who's got firefighter experience and they're trying to see what they can do, anything you can do to help guys like Chris Anderson who are just begging, they're out of water and there's nothing else that they can do. I know he could really use the help. We're reporting live here in Altadena. I'm Haley Winslow. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Haley, we feel for him, wish Chris the best, and hopefully the community can come together to rally behind him. One of the big storylines that we've been talking about in different areas has been the lack of water for firefighters in certain areas at certain times. Basically, the fire hydrants just don't have enough water. How did that happen? What's going on with that? This morning, the head of LADWP was pressed for answers. Here's what was said.
Starting Monday, we started activating an emergency operating plan, and our emergency operating plan calls for us to fill all our tanks and reservoirs to the maximum levels. So the tanks in Palisades were maxed out on water. We also fill our diesel tanks for our generators because we need energy in the pumps to move water. And so all of that was taking place before the emergency started. So we were ready for the emergency. What we were not ready for is fighting an urban fire with no air assets combating that. Fire department was fighting this fire from the ground through the fire hydrants, and the amount of water that was taken was just more than we can supply.
Does that answer the question of when we were over the Palisades last night late in the village then, and Rick Caruso saying that there's no water left? Is that the answer to that issue as well?
That's what she's talking about there. Yeah.
Specifically.
Basically, that the tank was as full as it could get, and then we ran out of water, and then there was nothing else. The system was overwhelmed, and they didn't have the helicopters, which would help with a different water source, which would have come from the ocean. But still, not sure if that answer is satisfactory for the people that watched last night, or for the fire crews who really could do nothing as homes and schools and other businesses burned as we watched live on the air, and some continue to burn right now.
Christy Fajardo, she's outside the Aldi market. This is in Altadena for the Eaton fire. And what's the latest there in that firefight?
Well, Marla, we've heard so much about the lack of water and hydrants not working. And what we're seeing here, you can see one engine driving off, and it's become sort of an assembly line. And we're told that the reason is that this fire hydrant, one across the street and one just down the street from us, maybe about 200 feet, are 3 of the fire hydrants in the general area that are actually working. So firefighters are coming, they are filling up the engines, and then they are leaving to go try to fight the fire somewhere else. They have cleared out of the Aldi. Now, we're not seeing anyone trying to defend it at all at this hour. But you did see in the last live shot that we saw an engine, we saw the hose get bigger, which indicated it was being filled with water, and then it took off before we got back to it. And now we know why. It is, again, because these fire engines are coming here to fill up, because they know these 3 hydrants work, and they are then heading out to all of these areas that you see with black smoke billowing up to try to minimize the effects of this very devastating fire. And now they're gathering actually here in this parking lot. You see 2 more engines have just arrived, and another one, if we pan to the right over there, is also just arriving. And for now, at least, there are 3 working hydrants at Calaveras and Lake. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Christy Fajardo, thank you. And we continue to follow what's happening there. We want to give you an
I'm
update.
back. I got my food, so we're just gonna.
We want to show you this. This was some video that I shot on my phone of Marine One landing in Santa Monica. President Biden was in town today. The real reason he was in town was to see the birth of his great-grandchild at Cedars-Sinai.
4 major fires at the same time. Exactly, right? Well, it's because of the winds, the high winds, and then it just transfers. I did hear there, it's a rumor. It's just a rumor.
Pretty brief. You see him there with the head of CAL FIRE as well, getting a briefing.
People
the president did not answer any questions from the media. He read some notes that were prepared for him
insurance
off a
claims
piece of
or
paper.
something.
And Governor Newsom praised him for quickly
Like I
giving
said, it's a rumor, Bill.
federal funding.
So don't quote me on that.
The president was off. Here's
What
part
are
of
in
the
the
briefing
Clarence
though, that
Lawns?
the
Yeah.
president got from
Yes,
Kristen
very
Crowley,
true, very true.
who of course leads
And
the
another
LA
reason
Fire
why
Department.
the water is shortage.
I've never seen the winds
Just to
in
be
my
clear,
25-year
cinders are
career.
spreading
So we
fire
lean
faster
forward as
than.
much
Yep,
as possible.
that's right. The
Pre-deploy.
fire
With
department
that,
contract.
we've had significant amounts
Is that am I turning to a kitty?
we had
Well, this is
fire
Pocket.
staff.
Pocket. She's just hanging out right behind me.
From originally 10 acres to 10,802 acres as we speak.
That was from the earlier briefing with
She fixed her
President
eyebrow.
Biden and other top local
Oh,
officials
I
there
bet she
in
was so
LA
mad with that
County.
eyebrow.
You have been watching the coverage
That's
on
funny.
Fox 11 Los Angeles right
Google
here
Maps
on Live Now
pick
from
has
Fox.
a
We'll take a 2-minute
roll
break.
sign in
When
front
we come
yard.
back, more coverage from
Hazzy.
Fox 11.
Oh, crazy mama. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I guess I don't know if I can play this music. They're in a commercial break right now. Okay, be safe. Hey, Wild Booty. So I'm in Northern California, so that's about like 4 to 6 hours away from me. So I'm safe. I'm worried about everybody else in LA right now, especially with the inhalation hazards. I'll take a look at the air quality in a minute. Come over and got on camera. That's so funny. Okay. No, this is not my area. It's not my area, so not all these. Welcome, welcome, Kirsuma Pigeon. Yes. Okay. It's easy for foreign nations to start fire somewhere. Yeah, there's so many rumors happening right now that there's like actually an attack, foreign nation attack that's happening. LA is getting attacked, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's going to be investigations on the way, and once they finish investigations, they will going to figure out what actually happened. You can smell some smoke in San Diego. Ooh. Yikes. LA is giving Chicago 1877. Wow. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Are they back from the break or what's up? No. Let's just keep playing this. I don't want to play the music, but I don't know if it's a royalty free or not. Whoa, that's crazy. You guys see that? Smoke? San Francisco? Why did they show San Francisco? Oh man, I can just imagine the smell, and I'll be wearing my gas mask at this point. Screw the M95. Like, gas mask will be, all the windows will be blocked and everything. All right, what are they talking?
As it relates to just the Pacific Palisades.
Yeah, the black smoke. That means the black smoke. That means it's still on fire.
This morning, and he said that it's the worst fire he's ever seen in 27 years, and so they think over 1,000 structures burned. Meanwhile, the Eaton fire also very devastating. We just got word a few moments ago that there's going to be a media briefing at 4 o'clock today.
Okay. Oh, media briefing at 4.
Hopefully, we'll get some more information there in terms of not only acreage but the plan going forward, and maybe some good news when it comes to the weather as well.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the bad news as it relates to the forecast is that red flag warning was supposed to expire tonight
like
at
Demi
6
Moore.
o'clock.
It kind of
That's
does.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
The National Weather Service extended that into Thursday. So obviously that means that the winds are not backing off like originally forecasted by 6 p.m. So we'll have to see. But again, we're seeing some air resources out there today, which is hopefully putting a little bit of a dent in those flames, because just driving into work on the west side, it was like something I'd never seen. It looked like, we've heard the war zone term phrase, but it did. It looked, all of those down trees, debris everywhere, and not a lot of people out and about.
Right. And that's the thing. If you can avoid driving around, it's a good thing to avoid that today. There's a lot of folks who are going to have to be on the road because of these emergency situations and try to clear the way for them. It's a good day to stay home if you can. Plus, a bad day to be outside with the air quality. Do your workouts indoors if you can. Make the dog walk pretty quick. I mean, it's very unhealthy
Stay
air
indoors.
out there for much of Southern California.
So you mentioned the Eaton fire. We we have word that that press conference to update us will happen at 4 o'clock. That's from the Pasadena Convention Center, which, by the way, serves as an evacuation center for those folks in Altadena who need it. We're back with Christy Fajardo there. Christy, you're outside the Aldi food market.
So I'm kind of like in and out
because
because I'm actually
the latest.
eating my lunch.
Yeah,
Oh, she
well,
kind
we
of
just
fixed
saw
her route.
actually a U.S. Forest Service truck pull up here at this hydrant, and while that engine was filling up
Did she
its
fix her
water
outfit?
tank, the U.S. Forest Service was doing the same. And there's another hydrant right over there. In fact, you can see it. And there's a third across the street. And we are
I wasn't able
told
to see any other
that there
news
are
yet,
only
but
3
how did it start?
working hydrants in
They
the
just
general
don't
area. So
know.
there's a few others a couple of miles away, but this one is the one in the general vicinity. And
They,
that
they
is
don't
why
know how it
the word
started,
has
but
gone out, and
the latest
firefighters
and
from
greatest I heard it was
different
like a
agencies are
backyard
coming
fire,
here
and
to
because of the
fill
high
up. And they're
winds.
working very, very quickly. They are filling up and then leaving. And there are a couple of engines right now in the parking lot. And here comes another.
And here comes another.
But they've completely abandoned the firefight in the Aldi, and right now it looks, if we can pan that way into the window, it looks like the inside now is burning as well. At one point, we did not see flames
Bye,
coming
algae.
from the window. We only saw it from the
They're
rooftop,
leaving
but
that
that
one
looks
to
like that has
burn
changed,
down
and
because
that
it's
could
not
be
really gonna.
perhaps why firefighters decided
The
that
resources are
there was
not
no
there,
saving
and
this
then there's
building.
no
Earlier, though, when we
people
first got
inside,
here, we
so
saw
they just
the
letting it
flames were
burn
much,
down.
much larger, and there was debris and really massive embers flying all around. That seems to have tapered off a bit.
Not the discounts in
And
this
hopefully
economy.
stays that way. But if we
Imagine
walk over
all this
here, you
food
can
is
see
burning in there.
some of the chunks of debris that flew over here. We saw chunks of debris on the other side of the parking lot, so it was spreading pretty far. And I want to walk down the street because it looks like something next door to this building here has also been leveled, and we've not been able to walk over there previously because there were a lot of fire engines and firefighters, and we did not want to get in their way. But I'm looking and I'm seeing quite a bit of debris.
They're burning up all the savings
On the ground and on the sidewalk. So yeah, sadly, it looks like something else was destroyed over there as well. And right now I'm walking past the Altadena florist. This building is made of brick, so I'm not seeing any damage, at least not from my vantage point. But right next door, wow, multiple
she didn't put her
businesses
hairspray
here.
today, right?
Oh, it's really heartbreaking
Wow.
to see have been destroyed, and
Okay.
it
That is
looks like it goes
terrible.
on for the entire block. And sadly, we are seeing quite a few images, quite a few scenes like this one in Altadena this morning. And Gino, if you pan that way, you can see it's not just this building, it's the one next to it, and possibly one more as well. Let's send it back to you.
So much destruction to process and take in. This is in Altadena, the Eaton fire. And speaking of all of that destruction, it is really sickening to have to report that LA County Sheriff Robert Luna reported some arrests because of looters in the area of the Eaton fire. Let's go ahead and listen to what he had to say about that.
If you are thinking about coming into any of these areas to steal from our residents, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be caught, you're going to be arrested, and you're going to be prosecuted. Don't do that. Stay out of these areas. It's only for emergency workers and people who live there.
So 2 looters were arrested in a wildfire evacuation zone. That was in relation to the Eaton
it's very
fire.
devastating.
And this is a shot from, which camera is this? This is from our roof cam in West Los Angeles.
Wow.
So Fox 11 is here on the west side of Los Angeles, adjacent to Santa Monica. And this is our camera looking out toward.
And thank you for hanging out
It
here, Little
looks
C.
like this would be the Palisades fire.
I
And
think we're
just
gonna
that
stream at
massive
4 as
plume
well
of
because there's
black
like news
smoke,
conferences
which Alex
coming
and
up.
I
Oh no, what happened? No, what happened? Come on. What happened?
The forecast
There it is.
just mentioned that red flag warning that was supposed to expire at 6, but no, it's been extended.
Yeah, it's extended into portions of tomorrow, and so we have a lot more to get through in terms of this fire weather. Taking a look at that, just plume of smoke. I live in what I would consider the center of the San Fernando Valley, and aside from the Silmar fire and yes, the Woodley fire there, we just are surrounded by fire, no matter or smoke, no matter
What is going
matter
on
which
in
way
here?
you look around. And so bringing you right into our headlines here, we are continuing to see that widespread potential for our windstorm, where we are seeing those wind gusts again get upwards of, I'd say, 60 to 80 plus miles per hour. Now,
Let
we
me
are seeing a
reload
lull
this
in the
really
wind
fast.
extended. Our sustained winds anywhere from 20 to 40 miles per hour. You take that and you also add in our dry vegetation out there. We're talking humidity values from single digits into the teens, and that's what allows for, these are the ingredients that allows for all of this dangerous weather. We are continuing to see that rapid growth and spread, out in Eaton, where I've seen Bob at, just those embers just really just floating by and starting those new fires in some of those homes. And we're going to continue to probably see that until these winds actually do die down.
Yeah, children and
not
elderly
just the
as
fire,
well.
we are talking the likelihood of more down trees as well as those power lines. And I myself have seen that as well, moving through the San Fernando Valley and coming down the 405 here to our station. Plenty of those intersections, the lights are out. And so we got to do our best to play safe out there if we are not in those immediate fire zones. But again, here's a look at our red flag warning. It includes all of this highlighted pink area. It is in effect for the rest of today. It has been extended by the National Weather Service through portions of tomorrow. And again, this is not just going to be subject to portions of the Pacific Palisade region or into portions of Silmar or Eaton, Altadena area. We are talking all of this highlighted pink area here. Get a look at it, because the ingredients are there for this fire to spread across any of this region or to ignite across that area. And so we have the dry conditions, but also the windy weather out there. And with the winds in place, this is the alert that we are looking at, also extended through portions of today as well, where we are looking at our winds stretching across
All right, I'm back.
portions of the Inland
I
Empire, our high
had
desert,
to
our
have a
low
little
desert, the Los
snack.
Angeles Basin,
I'm
our
starving over
mountains,
here.
as well as portions of Orange County. And this is going to be with those winds kicking up, not just sustained, but also with their gusts. We do show some of the area getting a little bit of that lull there, but still a lot of the region still moving in those double digits. This is our sustained winds. Here's a look at our gusts. Even though those numbers not showing up here through that 5 corridor, we do still show them
Check out
gusting
some of
with
the
that contour
live fire
active there,
cams.
moving anywhere from about, I'd say, 30 to 45 miles per
Where
hour
did my
across
stuff
the
go?
region. This is a look into at this afternoon, where we do still show our map fully contoured here, stretching into this evening as well, where we do show things slightly going down, but then bumping right back up, moving into portions of tomorrow morning, which is the likelihood as to why those alerts, watches, and warnings were extended. Our humidity values, just as we've been talking about, on the dry side, single digits, and this is across a lot of the Los Angeles Basin, where these numbers we usually see in our desert communities. So we got a lot to get through, not just for your Wednesday, but pushing into when these weather alerts are going to be expiring. I'll have more details on what's happening here in the weather department, but for now, back to you guys.
All right, Star, thanks so much. Haley Winslow's there, and you have some neighbors who are actually helping the firefighters there?
Yeah, so we're, Marla, on our way to Henry Ford's house that's on fire down the street, but on the way, we see obviously this house on fire, and then we saw something really incredible. See this hose, this garden hose? This is connected to the fire truck, and this homeowner is filling up the fire truck tank with their hose so that they can fight these fires. They are out of water everywhere north of Woodbury, so none of the fire hydrants have any water in them, which is why these homeowners, you see them spraying, the flames themselves with the garden hose. So this homeowner is letting this truck here at 20 fill up the tank and let them go on their way so that they can fight not only this fire, but the houses on fire all down this road.
Oh, that's right. It's Disneyland.
Disneyland
down south in Anaheim. Like all of the smoke is gonna go to Disneyland.
The firefighters are a little bit shy, but this guy is the one who owns the home and is kindly donating his water. Sir, Sorry about you. We're with Fox 11, and we were just talking about how you were
Bye
kind
bye.
enough to let them
Go
fill up
away.
their tank.
This guy with the
the
hose.
water, the fire department.
I have no comments. That's fine. We're here. We gotta help the community.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, no problem.
What is this like for you to go through? Are you doing okay?
DJ
We're
Phil
doing good. Thank God we were
skills.
able to save our
Hey,
house, and it's
hey.
very unfortunate for everybody else.
Thank you.
Of course.
We're
Thank
just checking out what's happening in LA
Thank
right
you guys
now.
for all that you do. We really
Yeah,
appreciate
exactly.
it. Thank you. We're
Stop
obviously
harassing
stretched very
people.
thin.
Eyebrow girl.
This house next door, Marla, obviously a total loss. And Christmas Tree
She's
Lane, which is
she's
right next
trespassing.
door where we just were
She's
live a minute ago.
trespassing on live
Rand
TV.
McNally used to live on that road. You know, he was the guy who invented the maps. Tons and tons
the
and tons
eyebrow
of
girl,
famous
right?
people. A graphic designer that is very well known.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah,
remember
it's like,
the,
I don't want to get
you know, the
interviewed.
three
I'm
blue
actually in the
lines
middle
on
of something.
the
Bye.
AT&T logo.
I'm helping out the
Sal
firefighters. No
Bass.
comments.
Sal Bass used
I
to
like
live
that guy.
on that street too. He also did the logo for the Girl Scouts, for tons of movies. So just a lot of famous people. Some people that didn't want me to tell them that they, you know, tell people that they live on that road, but just some really nice houses that are completely engulfed. And Henry Ford's obviously his home from Victoria times. It's down the street here.
Yeah, where's my disaster
This is my friend
bookmarks?
With the garden hose.
This is Ryan. He's a freelance photographer who told us about this. Andrew, sorry. Andrew, we're on Fox 11.
Oh,
Do you mind telling me what you were saying about the water?
Yeah,
So there's
right?
no water north of Woodbury.
Ducks in the homeowners.
Well, for whatever reason, there's no water. So the firefighters over there from wherever they're at, LA County,
They're gonna start spraying foam pretty soon.
hose to fill up their truck. It's either that or they have to leave, fill up down below Woodbury, and then come back up.
I saw you on the fire truck. What's this like for you? I mean,
I haven't covered much news in 20 years. Actually, I'm a full-time teacher at John Muir High School. I teach media arts, and last night I was up till about 3. It's absolutely scary, and especially this is my own neighborhood. I live like half a mile or a mile down the street.
So as Andrew was telling me too, anytime you see a fire hydrant, you guys, with the blue cap, that means that it's out of water.
So yeah, there's no water if there's a blue cap. Some of the other ones have more pressure. The firefighter was telling me that as you go south, the pressure gets worse.
I want to go over there
But, they're doing the
so
absolute
bad
best
and
they-
help
best they
people.
can.
But it's like,
And I
you
would
know
say the
what?
best
But
thing that I
I'm
saw
sitting
from the
here
fires last
and
night,
hopefully I'm
make sure you don't
helping
have any,
to
like,
reach
debris
certain
right next to your
people.
house. That was catching on fire. I put out a few of those
3
last night with just people's
horses that
garden
are
hoses.
stuck.
If you have time, stretch out the garden hose, make it easy for someone
poor
walking
animals.
by, and turn it on.
I don't know
but
what's going
have
on.
a cap on there so it's not wasting the water. But
They don't
the
understand
houses
what
that
the
did
fire
that, it was
is.
really easy to save and to put out fires. The other ones, see ya.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's, you know, we always say the defensible space should be 20 feet, 100 feet if you can. But waking up today, all over Southern California, there's debris everywhere from the winds, which is a very good point to clean up because that's only going to create more fuel. Did you want to say something?
I just want to tell you what really happened. They emptied most of that tank on our house, and they left a little bit just for last-minute emergency. And they were sitting there, and they were nice enough to wait in case something happens. And then while they were waiting, they were using our hose to fill it up. It's not like they were desperate for water.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to
Andrew
add.
was saying that there's not any water north of
And he's like, oh, never mind. I'm gonna make a comment now.
They left a little bit in the tank to just finish up if something happens. Well, that's what I want to add. Pasadena has water. I don't think we have any issues.
The fire hydrants. The fire hydrants, they were saying, don't have any water.
That's probably something. I'm just saying this scenario. Yeah, they were waiting. They left a little bit because the fire kept coming this way and they couldn't use all. And while they were waiting, they just went to use the hose.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I really appreciate it. All right, we'll get clarity on the fire hydrants too. But I know that I was told earlier there wasn't any water.
Oh, that's not the eyebrow girl. Where's the eyebrow girl?
We'll get some clarity on that. We're gonna keep going down the street and find
So the eyebrow girl we're talking about because we were watching this earlier. She has her goggles on wrong, and then her eyebrow was just like all the way to the top. It was kind of funny. And then nobody told her that.
Want to do whatever they can to help. A lot of people asking.
We've been watching some of the coverage there from Fox 11. We will continue to do so this evening. We are going to take another 2-minute break. Stay right here with us.
Alright, so they're taking a break. Let's see. I notice Fox likes to make a huge deal about no water and say a lot of negative things about the response. Yeah, I know. I'm not a big fan of Fox News. I do want to find some kind of other channel to watch instead of just Fox News, but let's see, we got ABC 7. All right, let's switch to NBC.
Because every other home on this street is just
There you
fine.
go.
And one of the things that we have here, we
I'm
have
done.
some.
I'm done with Fox
you guys
for
high school
today.
kids? Tell me where you're
Whoa.
from.
I'm from Pasadena. I go to Maranatha High School.
What are you doing here?
My friend Dylan, he lives right down the street at the end of this block.
Okay.
So his house
Oh
was
wait,
on fire.
wait.
He was in Newport over the night
I'm
because he evacuated. So
pulling
me
up
and
a
this kid and
fire
everyone else, we came
cam
in and we
right
tried to
now
put his house out
because
so it
there
didn't catch fire.
looks
So,
like
what do you make of what you see all around town?
It was
there
just
is
straight smoke, dark smoke everywhere,
straight
and
up
fires everywhere.
fire.
It
We
was
can
like a war
actually
zone.
see live
Thanks
fire.
for what you're doing, you guys. Really, really appreciate it. And then one other thing that I want to
Smoke
point
in the
out,
air.
not only obviously this house is a loss here. You heard about these people coming from Pasadena
Which
and other
one is
parts, but
it?
look at where we're starting to see firefighters come from.
Glendale,
We have water
Eagle
tender
Rock.
here from Bishop, way up by the Eastern Sierras. One of the other things we've noticed as we walk down the street here, all of the wind damage. And yes, we talk about all the homes lost in these fires, but over here, Dave, I mean, look at that rain cooler there, ripped off
Where's
of
Glendale?
the roof like
Glendale.
it's a ribbon for a Christmas present. We have trees, branches down, all sorts of mess on the street. And back this way, you can see, once again, that's that home that appears to be a total loss. Fortunately, the winds really have died down, at least in this part of Altadena.
Glendale.
One thing I
Okay.
should say in trying to get here, it's something I've never seen in all the years of covering fires. Typically, you have sheriff's department volunteers set up for roadblocks.
Oh,
Well,
you
here
can see the
you have so
smoke.
many streets that are being manned by security guards, and then
Okay.
some of the streets that
Oh,
aren't
I
manned
see
by
that. I
sheriff's
see.
deputies and
Kirsten,
smaller
I
law
see what
enforcement
you're
personnel. They've actually
talking
put
about.
up
Yeah.
blind tape to
So
block the street
it's
because they're
not the
having such a
live fire.
problem
It's
with people
the
refusing
smoke.
to heed the evacuation order. We were in Sierra
wonder-
Madre just about half an hour ago, and I was mentioning to my
A
photographer,
lot of
Dave,
them
that
is just
driving around,
temporarily
almost everyone had left. It was
unavailable.
like a ghost town. We get in here to Altadena, and it's almost like a
Burbank.
typical
I'm looking
Wednesday
at the fire
afternoon.
cams right
There are a
now.
lot of people here, and that's one of the big problems that the fire department is having. Is getting people out so they can maneuver. I mean, you see how many people are just down the street here, and these guys trying to help get this.
Yeah, all I
Corvette
see is
that doesn't
just
work
smoke
out.
in
You've got
areas
neighbors
and
all over the place, and the fire department is just having a real time doing their job. But and now we see another large plume of smoke going up down the street there. So I imagine that's some other structure fire that's taking place. So we'll continue to survey
yeah,
the scene
so it's just
here in
smoke.
Altadena. Back to you
Kirsten,
for
it's
now.
just smoke, right?
All right. Thank you, Rob, for that report. We're going to check back with Rob and as things progress in that neighborhood. Let's go to West Tremonto, where in Palisades, where Ashley Mackey is standing by right now. And how's the progress out there, Ashley?
David, they literally just saved a home here on Tremonto Drive, and
There
just
now.
moments later,
Oh, yeah.
another one completely engulfed in flames. These flames are huge and very large plumes of smoke, dark black smoke. We don't want to get too close. You could see fire crews down there trying to fight it. The crews that were down here near Cuadro Batillo are gearing up to make their way down to that major
Oh, you know what?
fire
We can
now.
actually pull up a NASA
And
one
it's just
too.
a really sad scene to see.
There's
Some homeowners are actually still here. They were
NASA
loading
app.
up their cars. You can see one car still outside of the home, and I think they've made their way down closer towards the fire to, I guess, inspect or maybe even try to offer some assistance. But still, just an amazing scene that we're seeing here. Spot fires everywhere, and it's just a testament to how quickly this wind can shift a situation. Just moments ago,
Pull some
huge gusts
stuff
of wind
right
were
now.
blowing, and my guess is that is exactly how this grew to be so huge. We were just sitting in front of the truck, noticed big smoke, black smoke rising into the air, and now it's large flames high in the sky. We see some fire crews down there working
Hotspots
on it. We're seeing flames in the brush. We're seeing a tree catch fire. We saw the fire make its way up to the branches, and it's just amazing how quickly situations like this can change. Residents are also still out here watching some of this unfold, and unfortunately, there are a few homes still standing, but many homes have been lost so far today. And fire crews are obviously working hard to save as many as they can. But with all the elements, the wind they're fighting is a challenge. One fire personnel told me water pressure up here is also not good. So we saw them tinkering with the fire hydrant, trying to get more pressure, but they're putting it all out on the line, trying to save as much property as possible.
Gonna share the other tab. So here you go. Let me pause the other one so I can actually hear. Okay. So check this out. So this is air quality, right? Here now. So we got the fires. So we have this fire right here. What is this? Wait, that was from last year. Never mind. That's a scar. That's a burn scar. Oh, speaking of burn scars, actually, like after all of these fires, because we're not done. California's not done with the rainy season yet because it's just January right now. But um, so when we start getting rains, all of these burn scars, all of this like fresh burn scars, are turning into mudslides. So be prepared to talk about mudslides very soon too, which is unfortunately. So the all of this purple, this little purple right here. So this is a really, really high inhalation hazard. And all in red. Green is better, obviously, and yellow. But all of the purple is really high inhalation hazard. So we have pretty soon is gonna go. So this is a burn scar, fire, fire. Wow, that is nuts. So all of these are hotspots. And then also, I'm gonna. So this is Firms app. It's a NASA Firms app, so you can see all the hotspots and well, there's a lot more you can do with this, but I don't remember. Okay, active fire data or satellite imagery. There you go. Let's see. Come on. No, come back. Not. Where's the active fire data? Oh, KML fire footprints. Oh, so it's just an addition that I can upload to the Google Earth. The KML and KMZ files. Let's see what we get. Fire map. Come on, give me the fire. Come on, NASA. There you go. Finally loading. Okay, so all of this is acting. All these hotspots. Hotspots over the fire. Fire. Let's see what we got. Web services. No, I don't need tutorials. Okay, let's come back to watch some stuff again. I just wanted to show you.
Sparse structures, anything along Soledad Canyon Road essentially is under threat from the
Lydia
fire.
fire.
Right now, near the
What's
city
Lydia fire? We have another fire?
I'm very curious. I know there's a lot of horse property out in Acton. Have you seen that, Kate? Is that the case?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Oh, a lot of horse.
Huh? What? All right, let me close these maps.
Properties in Acton. I wonder if you've seen any of that, any
There's
evacuations
another fire?
of wild, big animals, I mean.
Horse properties, yeah, there are a number of ranch-style properties on both sides of Soledad Canyon. In fact, you can see a little bit more further up the road here. I'm not exactly, we just pulled up in the last few minutes, I should say, but as we start to get a better look at the north side of Soledad Canyon, you can see some of those similar properties that are
I'm
in
gonna
the
come
area.
back to air now.
The direction that this fire
Play
is
around
going
with it, but let's watch this really fast because there's another fire developing
towards the south. So there are some properties to the south of Soledad Canyon, but for the most part, this is national forest territory that is burning into the mountains. So if anything, a little bit of solace to take there, as there are not as many populated areas on the south side of Soledad Canyon. But you're right, there are some equestrian areas on the north side. Hopefully they can salvage those areas.
Chris, thank you so much. We're going to check back with you. Let's go back to Ashley Mackey, who has been watching a firefight going on in the Pacific Palisades, Tramonto. How's it going now, Ashley?
David, so I did actually take a walk down there. I didn't get too close, but even as far away as I was from the flames, I could feel the heat emanating from these flames down there. They're huge, and the property is definitely still engulfed. And I think at this point it might be too far gone, but firefighters are still working. Also, while I was down there, I did see a couple of smaller fires popping up around the property structure that is engulfed in flames. And I think the concern now is the wind. If the wind carries some of those embers, it could spread to some of these properties that have not yet caught fire. And again, we still have residents down here evacuating, trying to gather belongings just next door to this property that is in flames. We can see some of the smoke is not as dark, so we know that they're getting water on it, or there's not as much fuel to burn as it was earlier. But actually, you can see a resident, one of the residents I was speaking with earlier. He's coming down. That's his house. He's parking at now. He's just right next door to where the structure is burning. We spoke with some firefighters earlier. Again, like I said, water pressure is an issue. Wind is an issue. Visibility at
All
times
right,
when
I'm
the
gonna
wind picks
show
up
you this really
is also
fast.
an issue. All of these things.
So I found. Thanks, Tinkletits. Thank you. So this is the smoke map. So this is where all the smoke is heading to. Let's see if the wind directions is going to change. I have what is that? Okay, so by the way, if you guys want, download the Watch Duty app. This is really good. It's really it's one of my favorite apps out there to like actually see what's going on and on the ground and what engines are assigned to where. Okay, let's see. And then right now I'm using, what is this app? My radar. Accent. So right now I'm using my radar app to see where the wind is heading in the next few hours. So right now it looks like it's still coming down from the mountains. So that's another thing is those high winds. See those high winds, they come down from the mountains and they get the traction through the desert, and it's not constant high wind, it's burst. It's more like a burst winds. All right, so let's see. Not videos. I want to see. Okay. So if the wind direction is going to change. So once the wind direction changes, right now it's all going into the ocean, right? But once the wind direction changes, it's all gonna go back. And then all of this smoke right here is gonna cover majority of this area. So here goes Mexico. All of the LA fire smoke is going towards Mexico right now. Mexico's getting smoked out. All right, let's continue watch this.
Apologies. We're going to go back to Rob.
Hey, thanks for sharing this.
But
That's
Josh
pretty awesome.
Haskell is going to rejoin us now, and he was showing us some devastation. So you're at the same location, right, Josh?
Yeah, I'm at the Pacific Palisades Bowl Mobile Estates. It's 2 mobile home parks on Pacific Coast Highway between Temescal and
Pacific Palisades.
Sunset Boulevard, where they meet.
Ooh, look at all this
Just
flattened
take a look at what's
homes.
left of this mobile home park that we're at right now.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
nothing. This is very prized real estate because you are literally across the street from the Pacific Ocean. You can see the ocean in the distance there.
Oh, they're
And
clear
that
out
fire
for.
sun is definitely something to be seen and eerie.
I hope all those people had insurance.
Excuse me. Feeling here in Pacific Palisades, and what's so devastating about being here.
So I see this
keep meeting
hill right
people
here, and the
that are
burns
coming
cars on that
by,
hill when
and
the
some of them are friends,
the
and
rain's
some of them
coming.
lived here,
So
and
mudslides
it's
are
like
coming.
they know that it's probably gone, and they saw pictures of this mobile home park destroyed, but they're like, I just had to check on maybe there was a chance. And that is what so many people in Pacific Palisades are dealing with. They are literally hoping for the best, but knowing
You can't
as
even
these
see the
pictures
ocean
come
there
out
next to
throughout
it. Yeah,
today,
you're right.
that this fire went through
All right,
so
we have
much of
237
Pacific
people
Palisades,
watching.
and it's
Whoop,
continuing
whoop.
to move towards Malibu and then towards Brentwood.
Thanks, guys.
If I could
You can
ask you a
also
couple of
hop on
questions
to
just to
YouTube and hit
better
that like
pinpoint your
button.
location. You said you're at 16,321 PCH. Is that correct? Okay, so
that's correct.
We have the touch screen here, and I basically that's this area. Are you standing on PCH, or there's a shore drive, a driftwood drive, and a sea view lane? Which one are you on?
I'm on Shore Drive and Driftwood Drive, kind of right in the middle.
And is the ocean
and as you
to
can
your?
See, this is what is left.
Is the ocean to your left?
Yeah, the ocean is.
Okay. So this is where Josh is, right here. This is Shore Drive. The ocean is in this direction to his left shoulder. So he's standing here looking in this direction.
Wow.
And this is the devastation that he's showing us right now. All these
of those
homes are now gone.
$million
And as Josh mentioned, if
homes.
I go out a little bit, this is pristine property right here because they have a beautiful shot of the beach and the ocean right over here. But now this whole community where Josh is standing is gone. Utter devastation. If you look at his shot and then look at this map, this is what has been lost in that community where Josh is standing right now. And Josh, you're familiar with this because you're familiar with that area. Obviously, this is a location that people have talked about for generations because it is such a special place.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking a lot about the traditions that make the Palisades so great. There's, as everyone knows,
What did made it so great?
And 5K, 10K
Expensive
race
property
and fireworks
taxes
at night that people come from all over Los Angeles to partake in, as is the case in so many of our communities. And so many pillars of those events are now gone. I mean, the fire went through Palisades Park, went through a lot of the staging grounds, up and down Sunset Boulevard where the parade. It's just, I heard some of our reporters earlier describe the Palisades, and I heard them in my ear, and I was kind of thinking that can't be the case. I can't. Places that I never thought could burn, places that I just didn't think that a wildfire could reach. It just represents the wind event that is still hitting us right now, and it's windy in our live shot right now, and that is what is happening in the Palisades. And I'm just thinking about all the families that I know who still lived here, and I went by their homes today, and they're all gone. Every home, and it's like, yeah, it's terrible.
Incredible.
David Ella?
Check this picture out. So, check this picture out. This is pretty interesting. So, this is from Twitter. It's on Twitter and saying this is from. You can see the devastation or the fire last night from the airplane view. That's crazy.
As you look further and further down onto the horizon. Oh, we may have lost Josh. Okay, so let me give you
We
an
may have
idea.
lost Josh.
Josh was talking about the
Never mind.
fire on the move.
Cut that camera.
This is what we're talking about. I'm going to continue to expand out and show you where this fire began. Bear with me. Right up here. So all of this has burned all the way down, and he's in this tiny area right here that has been absolutely devastated. Just to give you some perspective overhead of what we're dealing with.
It is just incredible when you see that map, sky view of that, David. Just devastating.
Yeah, of course,
exactly.
Lexa, of course. I'm gonna be here for like another
been devastated
couple
is
hours,
Altadena,
probably.
and we have our sister station reporter from
Until my
KGO,
butt
Zach
stuff,
Fuentes.
start hurting
And
from
Zach,
sitting
thanks
down
so much
for
for
so
joining
long.
us. You came all the way down from San Francisco to cover this fire. What are your first thoughts?
It's just devastating, David and Alan. It is devastating to see what this community is going through, to see the devastation. I was watching the coverage before we came down here this morning, just like so many other people, and there's just nothing like seeing this in person. I don't really think that the images that we're showing really can describe fully what we're seeing here and what people are going through. You see to my left, devastation, almost an entire neighborhood
Chimneys.
gone.
The chimneys
This is
are always
a lot
up.
of what we've been seeing the
Made
entire
out
way
of
coming
brick.
over here. But if you look over to the right, you see some homes that are still standing, and that is in large part due to these neighbors, these residents
got
here
lucky.
thinking very fast. I have Kenneth's story here with me. Kenneth, you tell me that you have been living in this neighborhood for more than 50 years. Never saw a fire like this.
Never saw a fire like this. Never had winds this strong. You know, there's devastating winds.
And the story of what you were telling me, how you managed to save not just your home, but some of your neighbors' homes too, is incredible. Talk about how you managed that, because you were telling me you had almost no water pressure.
None water pressure at all.
There
Well,
goes
my
the
mom,
water again.
She collect water when rainwater. She got a big old bucket. This whole fifth was on fire.
Oh,
So
that's pretty
we
neat.
took this
She
fire
collects
out here
water.
to save that house. Of course, save my mom's house, save this house, that one, and this one here. All 40 houses get ready to go up. We save all 40 of these houses here.
By collecting the rainwater that you collected, and then dirt too, right?
Yeah, dirt with shovel. You had to put shovel because we had no water. So you have to shovel with the dirt.
Okay,
and
that's
put it all
one
there
way to put out a fire.
knock it all down. And then, and we try to save a couple other neighbors out, but we just couldn't do it. We just,
They are really cute
sad.
houses.
And you told me that, we're not going to name
really
any names
cute.
right now or anything, but you
They
told
look
me you
whimsical.
got just some horrific news from a friend earlier today.
Yeah, her mother perished in the fire. A good friend of mine. Her mother perished in the fire.
Oh my God,
she was
devastating.
caught in the fire.
And you also had some friends. The thing I'm struck by most, we just saw it a moment ago before
He
we
does
went
look
live,
like
and how
a
many
little
people
short
are
kid.
coming, your neighbors checking on one another. You all
Oh my
know each
God.
other. It's not so
That's
common in many
devastating.
neighborhoods anymore where people know each other, but you know each other, you're checking on each other. And when I was talking with you earlier, you had a neighbor come and tell you that their home was gone. I mean, what is going through your mind when you hear of this destruction?
What I can do to help others. This is a time of need. Everybody needs to help one another. This is a very devastating thing that happened all here in Palisades. So we lost quite a bit.
It's heartbreaking. Kind of describe what this looked like more than a day ago. More than a day ago, everything here was normal.
Everything was normal just yesterday. And when I went to bed last night, I told my wife that our dinner was going to be on fire. I knew it because the wind was too strong. The wind was too strong, and the canyon was too close. And the amber they'll go 2 miles. Ambers can go 2 miles. So this
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm lost for words. I don't know if my mom will be able to come back to the neighborhood. All her neighbors are gone. Everything, this whole block, man, every house down there burned down. Every house on this block burned down.
Yeah, give perspective where that street up there you were telling me.
Yeah, this street here is Terrace. Every house from Terrace over to Lake burned down. Every house from Manor to Farrell burned down. Everything's gone. Everything.
It is heartbreaking. You thought fast. You've been helping your neighbors here. I think that is what is just most encouraging when we're covering this right now, seeing this, are the folks like you folks helping one another out. But I know going through so much, seeing what your neighbors are going through, and you're still not out of the woods yet. We see a home just around the corner here that is on fire. We heard popping. We heard explosions. We see the smoke coming in this direction.
That's why we're going to stick around for as long as we can because the houses are burning next street over. We want the embers to come. So you can see right here. This house is going up in smoke right behind here. So we're just trying to protect this and whatever structure we can protect right here until they say we can't go no more.
What does protecting it look like? You've used the water, the standing water that your mom has collected.
Shovel and dirt. Shoveling dirt, anything.
Shoveling dirt.
You see this problem, you got to knock it down. We take out any kind of tools we got to try to knock it down. Me and my nephew.
Yeah, I've seen you guys hard at work here. It has been incredible. Kenneth, thank you. I want to show the rest of what this neighborhood looks like. Some of these homes that you managed to save, but then we're seeing the homes that are just across the street.
Oof, what's going on over there? Oops.
Lots of people
All
coming
right,
in and out
guys.
of this neighborhood
All
trying
right,
to get their
so
homes.
there is a video that I wanted to show. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's pause this really fast. There's a video. So I guess this one is Twitter. That's funny. Video of the moment my friend and I abandoned his house after we tried to save what we could. Please be praying for him and his family. So, trigger warning.
All right, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here. We tried, bro. I'm sorry. We tried our best. Yeah, and when this tree falls, it's over.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, bro. We gotta get out of here. Oh, shit. Holy shit.
Holy crap.
That tree.
So that was last night. Ooh. Alright, so that was last night. That's crazy. Wow, right? Okay, so imagine if the news passed out water bottles to everyone they interviewed. We'll be less mad. Touche. They can't afford, right? They can't afford Yeah, that's crazy. So I was like browsing on Twitter. So this is like these guys are inside of the house.
Hi. Just be okay. You're gonna be okay.
So
Hi.
I
You're gonna be
heard these
okay.
guys are actually good. They were able to escape.
Oh shit.
But imagine seeing that outside of your window.
Yeah, don't worry about
Ooh.
that, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
The plastic is gone, dude.
Baby
Yeah.
doggies.
Fuck.
Yeah, so these guys are safe. That's the latest that I heard about these. Yeah, I would be spraying everything down on the inside.
So where's the gas? Outside. Okay, the gas is off right now.
Yeah, the gas. Where's the gas? I don't know what else we got. So this one is whoa. Whoa. Look at that blaze. Hold on, let's rewind. Whoa. Okay, so at the very beginning, at the beginning of this video, so that looks like a sun. So that's what when the sun is going through the smoke, it has that Mars red color. Yeah, that dude is going down with a ship. I would be going down with my ship too. It's like, where's the Godzilla? Godzilla should be coming next, right? Oh my god, that's nuts. Godzilla. It kind of looked like a little Godzilla right here. See, this is its tail. So this is the tail, and it goes up, and this is the back, right? Godzilla's coming. Oh my god. Well, so this is the video. Oh yeah, this is where they bulldoze the cars to the side, uh, so the fire trucks can go in. Yeah, that's crazy. Bye bye cars. Well, hopefully you have a good insurance. Oof. The devastation. That's so sad. Oh yeah, so this right here. So this is if you have a Tesla. You have a Tesla, so there's like a little biohazard thing is on, so you can click that so you don't get a fire inhalation. This was 20 hours. Oh yeah, did you guys hear about this actor? This actor from a police academy. He was helping out some people. I'm sure others already talked about it too, but that's pretty. He's a hero in my book. I'm sure he's gonna get some kind of award. Okay, so the homes of Hollywood elites once again in jeopardy as wildfire in Pacific Palisades, California has prompted an evacuation order. So prominent elites' homes are burning down. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, so this right here, this is 20 largest California wildfires. And as you can tell the dates, so we've got 2020, 21, 18, 24, 17, the earliest one, 2003, 7. Yeah. So starting from 17, Thomas Fire, I actually responded to the Thomas Fire. Yeah, so I responded. It was kind of funny. I responded to Thomas Fire. I was in Mendocino Complex. I was in Lightning Complex. I was in Creek Fire. Yep, Lightning Complex, North Complex, because it's all around the same time. Yeah, Dixie was there too. Wow, That's crazy. Yeah. All the historical fires. I've really. Okay, so we have 15 historical deaths at the North Complex. So this is the largest deaths, but hopefully we'll see. Hopefully this one is not gonna have. So this is a fire cam. Ooh, you see San Diego fire cam. That's crazy. Oh, I still gotta do my homework today. Jeez. Yeah. Jeez. What is this one? Starbucks. Not the Starbucks. Ooh, what if Chase burned down? Would the bank burst down? Would it smell like money in the air? If the bank burst down, would it smell like money? Oh yeah, they're planes. That's cool. That is really cool.
Very good. Stop it out.
Okay. What is this? So all of these are like older. What's wrong with you? All of these are just older images and just landed in LA. Yeah, if people who just landed in LA, oh, what is this? That's crazy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got for live stream. Of course, we're gonna have Fox, I guess. Let's not watch Fox. Let's watch. There's a police chase. Chase. I'm not gonna cover the police chase. I'm not gonna not gonna cover police chase. Oh shoots! What's happening? I guess there's a police chase in Chicago. No, we're not. We're not gonna cover police chase. But let's see. See what these guys are saying. Eden Fire.
40 minutes ago. Tough to see at the time, especially with a lot of the streets shut down, and you see the thick smoke, especially as you get farther down Lake Street. But there was one on the right side of the street. I'll have to look up to see which one it was. It was tough to see because it was just all smoke. But, you know, like a typical church, you could see the arches and you could see the height of the church itself. And it looked like it had been gutted at this point. Let's hope that it was maybe just portions of it or next to it, but it certainly seemed like it did.
Yeah, just a shame. Wow, that is really certainly popping up so many fires in that certain
So there's a press conference at 4
with as well,
p.m.
Ellen. This is a
Then I'm
popular
going
part of all the
to. I'm
DNA
gonna
that
take a
kind of
break right
sustains
now.
the community.
Yeah.
And all right.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm actually gonna take a break. Hi. Whoa. So big. I'm gonna take a break. Good like 15 minutes break. So I'll come back at 4 because there's a press conference. I actually want to stream the press conference, and then to see what's happening. So we'll just talk for like about an hour. About the press conference and move on with our days today. And I'll keep posting in Discord if anything that I'll come up in something. If you are new here, I will send you my Discord link that you are welcome to come. Let's see. The link will expire within 24 hours. So welcome to our Discord. But the link will expire in 24 hours. Let's see. So yeah, so let's take a break. I'll come back at 4. I'll create the new live and everything, and yeah, it's devastating. And I'll keep posting on Discord any updates that I come across. We'll see, and yeah, hopefully we're not gonna have casualties. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people's homes got destroyed and things, but I'll see what else I can find. Any any other information or like wind direction change or anything else too. So I'll reach out to a couple of my friends in LA to see what they can pass it along to you guys, or like what can they can actually share that is open source, not restricted to the emergency management. So okay, so thank you for sticking around here for 2 hours and 11 minutes or so, and this is your friendly emergency manager, friendly neighborhood emergency manager. So Xana is out.